Yo, what up? Q1 holding it down for Radio Steez, broadcasting live from the Moses Mabhida Stadium at the Music Imbizo. My main man, Azeez.
Away.
Azeez Pahad.
Nah, it's Azeez of Earth. It's Azeez of Earth assignments, yeah.
Yeah. Why are you here, my man?
So I came here for the music conference, just to arm myself with some information about the game, and where we could take it business-wise, and just also like networking, meeting people, meeting you guys here.
Yeah.
It's a dope platform for us, to start doing business as artists and practitioners of the game.
A friend of mine told me you guys ventured into publishing and all that.
Most definitely, yeah. Like, as a guy who was an artist, I felt like the music industry, we got the music part of it, but we didn't get the business part of it, So I went back and then I studied artist management. I also have my partner who studied publishing. So
yeah.
we share that information, back and forth.
Yeah.
I do artist management, he does music publishing, So I had to go back and start and learn, That's why coming to these conferences is so important for us, because that's where we meet people that are here to do business, basically, So
what do you want to take out of this conference, bro?
Man, build more connects, try and take our content outside the country, We're working with a lot of Durban-based artists, so we want to make sure that they're not only going to a Jersey back and forth, they go to Africa, they're going to America, There are people from Chocolate City, a huge record label from Nigeria here. There's Warner Music, there's everyone here, so it's building those relationships and making sure that you export your music abroad.
Yeah. Any message of Goma artists that have not that are not gonna make it today to the conference?
You should arm yourself with information, I always feel like the music industry is the only industry where the practitioners, the people that work in the industry, the business, the products themselves, they're not really informed about what happens behind the scenes, and that's majority where the money is. When you put down that microphone, that's where the money is, when you put down the microphone. So you need to learn what happens after the microphone, Make sure that you start building your own team, so that they can come to these places. Because sometimes when artists come here, they get bored easily because it's a lot of talking and whatever, So make sure that you come here with your representatives, or you come here to find representatives, so that you can build your brand and your business as well. So make sure that you come to the next one, or maybe tomorrow if happens, come check them out. Imbizo is a dope platform for artists to take their careers to the next level.
It's not the first time.
No. It's actually the 10th one. It's the 10th one this year, so it's very important for guys to come in
and check it out.
Yeah, to come in and check it out, and grow. There's a kid called Vicky Martini from Durban North. He does your neo soul, R&B, the new age R&B, that is very influenced by hip hop and stuff, So he does that. And there's an artist from the South Coast, Adam's Mission, by the name of Elmas. Really good lyricist, a rapper, makes a lot of dope music, it's him. And then we also work with a few guys that we publish as well, from a consulting point of view, Maybe we're not there day to day, but we're there to just help out, because the information is there. If we spread the information, it becomes more of a business, and then it helps us in the long run, So I'm just out here to try and help wherever I can, to try and maybe and make it about the music and the artists themselves, not necessarily about myself, but
long-term plans as a company,
Long-term plans is just to develop content. I've found myself in a space where now I'm a producer more than I am an artist per se, So I'm involved in the creation of the music and developing the artists and stuff. So for us, is to build our client base from the publishing side, because the publishing is not necessarily day to day as much as the artist management.
Yeah.
But the long-term goal is to actually have our own record label where we sign artists that we not only managing, because at this point in time it's like we're just managing talents, but it's to give a platform.
But
for
even
artists.
with artist management, I think there's a gap in the market. There's not necessarily a gap, but an opportunity.
Yeah.
Plenty of opportunity within the artist management field.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm an artist, a buyer, but they don't know how to get into festivals, how to get into proper gigs.
Yeah,
you can't be playing or if you're a DJ or a rapper or whoever, making music for the same people, performing at the same venues for the whole year, and the next year
it's doing the same
you
thing,
need
doing the same
people
thing,
who are gonna come
reaching
through.
your ceiling early. That's what happens with a lot of artists. They reach their ceiling early, playing their local circuits, and then what then from there, So having a manager, someone who understands the game, someone who who's built contacts, who comes to these places where we can actually get some information, on how to grow, to go to to the other markets, how to work those other markets, because we're unique in South Africa especially when it comes, for example, like SAMRO. SAMRO is South African Music Rights Organization. So basically it's about South Africans. So what happens when you go to Botswana? So what happens when you go to other countries where the SAMRO doesn't cover, You need to understand that.
And maybe the scope of work asibavumeli outside.
And stuff works differently, in different places, So it's important, to be always aware of what's happening. So as publishers also we build networks, so that we're able to collect collection societies outside the country, bringing revenue to the country, So that's part of the solutions that we're bringing to the city, because there's a lot of artists, not a lot of music practitioners, the guys that actually are there are responsible to making the money and making the money moves for the artists.
No, that's true. How can we get hold of you guys?
So on Facebook it's 8991, but to make it easier, go and search for Koluleko Nombela if you're looking to work specifically. We work with a lot of up and coming artists, but we're not limited to that. We just work with the people that we feel like have the potential and we've developed a relationship with, because it's hard, to develop an artist that you find it hard to work with. So we work with a lot of new talents, but we're not limited to new talents. And be on the lookout. There's a lot that's gonna come out, from our artists. Elmas, we're working on him. There's a EP that's gonna come in a month's time. There's an album that is coming out next year. Yeah, we're working. We're not playing around. We're putting on for the city, and the country, because we want to make our moves abroad, as much as we want to be here in our own country and stuff.
Cool. Thank you very much for sitting down.
Thank you so much for having me. Shout out to your listeners. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Thank you very
Radio
much.
Steez.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.